Hello Libra, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading focused on the second half of June from the 16th all the way through the 30th. So for this particular reading, I'm going to be focusing specifically on those who are in separation and or going through some major challenges in your partnership. And there's a lot that we have to cover here, so this might be a bit of a longer reading. So as always, it's general, take whatever part of it makes sense for you. So we're going to be starting things off with 3D messages when it comes to you and your person. I'm going to be using these two decks to get things started. The first is my Silhouettes deck, and then we'll pull some messages from the Mystic Moon Oracles deck. All right, Libra, so let's begin and see what's going on in the 3D for some of you guys. For the collective, angels and spirit guides, please. So let's take a look and see what's going on. For Libra, 3D messages when it comes to this connection. We've got stillness coming through here when we're surrounded by life's overwhelming demands on our time, our space, our obligations, our relationships. Sometimes all you need is a minute to catch your breath to find yourself again. So if right now in the 3D world, Libra, things are a little bit crazy and chaotic for you, maybe what you need is to just take a step back and be able to have some peace and quiet, just stillness, okay? This is the next card. We've got sexual appetite coming through. It's just a matter of time before we cave into this intense hunger. And then lastly, we've got communication. So much I want to say, but can never seem to find the words. When you're right in front of me, I'll find a way. Okay, so what I'm getting right off the bat is, first of all, whoever you are thinking about for this reading, you still feel drawn to them, certainly sexually. Either you have this desire to communicate with this individual or they really want to be able to reach out to you. Later on in this reading, we're going to be taking a look at telepathic conversations that the two of you are having. But as I mentioned, we're focusing on those who are at a distance, you're not together. There's this need to talk. There's this need to communicate. So I wanted to go ahead and grab a few more cards from the Mystic Moon Oracles deck, and then we'll clarify everything. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. What else do we need to know as far as what's going on in the 3D world for you and this person? We've got Muse, which is actually a really nice card. So this gives you the opportunity to create some sort of change. If things aren't going the way you'd like in the 3D world, you can change it. You know, you can grab this proverbial paintbrush and paint a different outcome. But something clearly ended. We have a conclusion here, but at the same time, you're also being offered this key to perhaps open up a new door for you guys to start fresh, to start over. And then we have shadow work. So either you need to work on parts of yourself that are in the shadows, or that could apply to the person that you're thinking about. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify things. I'm going to start things off with my Tarot Teacher deck. All right, so let's take a look and see what's going on here. Focusing on the 3D and what's going on. What's a part of your reality right now? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. What is going on in the 3D world for now? Ace of Wands is really, it's giving you guys another opportunity to grow, to have a new beginning. As I've mentioned, even though something came to an end, you are also being given another opportunity to start again. Look at the next card. We've got the Four of Wands. Some of you guys could be thinking of a twin flame here. There is the possibility for a reunion because this can represent a stronger foundation from what you guys had initially, perhaps. As long as you're both willing to put in the work into this partnership, and it starts off with this shadow work for some of you, you can start over. create a better outcome. But clearly communication is needed here. So this makes sense for me why we've got the Death card right here, because there was the end of a cycle. Something came to a conclusion. So something needed to end in order for you guys to have a new beginning. There are changes that need to happen here, and part of that change starts right here. Some of you could also be thinking of, I can't think today. I just blanked out. Okay, some of you could be thinking of an earth sign here. Queen of Pentacles representing Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. So Divine Feminine, this could be you. Someone who is very nurturing, successful. Some of you guys could be a working parent. You could already have children. Maybe you and your masculine had children together, but you're in separation right now. You could have your own business. Financially, maybe you are carrying the weight to be able to provide for yourself, your children, your family. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who's very down to earth, okay? And I have a feeling here this masculine recognizes this, and maybe they miss how you used to nurture them, the partnership, and the children perhaps that you guys have together. They miss being a family with you. The Four of Wands can also represent a happy family, so a reunion for a family that has been broken up, torn in two. And then we have the Lovers card coming through here. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini here. There's still a lot of love between you and this person. Yes, it came to an end. We have a conclusion here. We've got the Death card here. But they want to talk to you, I feel, or you want to talk to them. The sexual attraction, sexual appetite, sexual attraction from the Lovers card, that is still coming through here. So in the 3D, you might be fantasizing about this person sexually, or they of you. They want to come back into union with you. Whenever we see the Lovers card, there is a choice, there is a decision to be made. And part of that choice, perhaps, is to start over, is to, create something new together. That's a possibility of what could be happening in the 3D for some of you. So let's go ahead and grab some dialogue messages. I'm going to pull from my Heart Space Oracle here. So this could either be coming from you, Libra, or your person, whoever needs to speak up at this time, and what's happening in the 3D for now. Look at this. Please come back. I can't do life without you. I can't even breathe right without you. And both of you could be expressing these feelings to each other right now. Wanting a reunion, wanting someone to come back. And then we have this message. I don't know what the future has in store for us. All I know is that my life will never be the same without you. That's what's happening currently in the 3D. I feel if there is no communication right now, I see this vision of somebody sitting in front of their computer or just holding onto their phone wanting to text so badly, and maybe actually put a text together but didn't actually send it, or putting an email together, pouring their heart out and not actually sending it. There's so much that needs to be expressed here in the 3D, but right now I don't think that there's a whole lot of conversing or conversations going on. If you guys are talking, I still feel that maybe you're both holding back of really expressing what is really in your heart. Maybe you guys are just touching the surface of how you're both ultimately feeling. Okay, so That's what's in the 3D. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what is going on when it comes to the 5D connection. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and grab some cards from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle here. So Libra, focusing on 5D messages for this love and life reading for the second half of June. When it comes to you and the person you're thinking about, what is going on? 5D connection here. 5D interaction for Libra. Look at this. Peace. I just want to feel peace in my heart, but that's never going to happen as long as we're apart. I know we had to let each other go due to circumstances beyond our control, but I will never stop wanting you. Please don't stop hoping that someday we can find our way back to each other. You are my serenity. Oh my goodness. This is what they want to be able to express to you in the 5D. That they feel at peace when you guys are together. And without you, and I believe that did come through, they can't breathe without you. All I know is that my life will never be the same without you. You know, somebody who needs to be still, to just not have so much chaos surrounding them, because you represent that peace. For some of you, perhaps you see the person that you're thinking about as the person that keeps you in check. They keep you in balance. Look at this, another reference to breathe. I was drowning my sorrows before you came into my life. I didn't think I would ever be able to come up for air again. A broken heart can slowly kill you if you let it. Thank you for rescuing me, for helping me to finally exhale. And then lastly, we have unwavering belief. I never gave up. I want you to know that even on the most difficult of days of missing you, I never gave up on us. I always knew that there would be a day when we'd find our way back to each other. So you see in the 5D, Libra, this person, they want you to know and understand that they haven't given up, that despite whatever is going on in the 3D world, they still feel at peace with you. You represent someone that uplifts them, that makes them happy, that makes them feel tranquil and serene and just whole. You make them feel whole is what I get. And without you, nothing seems to be going right, you know. And I'm also getting for some of my Libras that you could even relate to this. That is what I'm getting there. So I wanted to also grab some cards from the Journey of Love, Volume 1 and 2 by Bridget of Divine Essentials. And as always, we'll clarify with tarot. So in the 5D, what else do we need to know? Angels and spirit guides, please. In the 5D world, for Libra, for you and this connection. Wholeness. I was just saying that, you know, somebody that truly makes you feel whole and complete. I know we can do it. Okay, so this person right next to unwavering belief, they are really holding on to the faith that you guys can find your way back to each other. Look at the next card, guys. We have Twin Flame coming through there. You are my other half. That is how they see you. Oh my goodness. Amazing. So let's go ahead and grab some tarot to clarify. This is my new deck, the Illuminated Star Tarot. So let's go ahead and grab some cards from here. So for those of you who've been following me a while, and you know that my other tarot decks are all about teaching you guys how to read tarot for my beginners. So this deck, for those who have graduated away from the decks with so much detail on it. So as you can see, it's only got a few key words there to help you continue to learn, but also kind of removing the training wheels, so to speak, when it comes to you learning how to read tarot. All right, guys, so let's see. Let's clarify what's going on here. in the 5D. Angels and spirit guides, please. Yeah, you guys have had a tower, I feel, in the 3D, which is why perhaps, you know, it's falling right next to peace here, because this is now an awakening. Perhaps the dust has cleared, giving you perhaps the opportunity to take a look at the situation and to really reassess things, and taking the time to really learn whatever lessons were meant for you to learn, Libra, as a result of this tower moment that brought you guys into separation to begin with. And then we've got the 8 of Cups, which is about leaving something behind and walking away. And right next to the tower, I feel that through your awakening, and maybe your person going through their awakening, they have, and both of you maybe have walked away from past baggage that you guys might have been holding on to, because this is evolution right here. Things are changing. You're leaving the past behind and perhaps ready to move forward. Okay? Some of you right now, especially I feel for my divine feminines, you know, you're self-sufficient, you're independent. This could be the masculines too. I'm just for some reason picking it up for my feminines, that without your masculine, you've kind of been forced into this role of being independent and fending for yourself, and knowing in your heart of hearts that no matter what, you guys are going to find your way back. But in the meantime, you're doing the work on yourself while your masculine is doing the work on themselves. I love this, how we've got the Magician, because this is being able to manifest this partnership back. Right now in the 5D, you know, there's this hope that you guys can restore this, that you can be whole, a whole unit once again, twin flames that have the capability of coming back together. And if what brought the tower down is somebody who is being tricky or shady, because that could be a part of the interpretation of the Magician, is that you guys are leaving that in the past. You're leaving it behind. It is in the past for a reason. So it's time to leave it behind and walk away from that. But as far as rekindling the romance, it certainly is possible. 10 of Wands, okay? Heavy burdens that you have been carrying that now need to be let go of. So it makes sense to me that these cards are presenting itself in this way. Leaving it behind. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some dialogue here. I'm going to pull from my Heavenly Hearts Oracle. So let's take a look and see in the 5D what you guys want to say to each other. And then we'll add to this with telepathic conversations that you guys might be having. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. What is it that you need to say to one another? You're being divinely guided towards a different path. That is where your happiness lies. Okay? And I feel that, considering, again, walking away from whatever path you guys were traveling in the past, moving forward. And in order for you to move forward, you do need to go a different way. Something needs to change there. We also have, I love you more than you could ever comprehend. So this is what they want you to know and understand in the 5D. You're the only Valentine I want. Something significant could be related to Valentine's Day for some of you, but they really want you to know that you're the only one that they ever see themselves with. You're it. And then we've got, my heart is incapable of ever loving anyone else but you. You see, that's it. You represent that ultimate love in their heart space. And this is what they really need you to know and understand in the 5D. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some telepathic conversations, messages from your person at this time. All right, so we're going to start with, let's see, what deck did I want to use? Okay, so I'm going to use this deck by Angelic Revelation 144. It's You Have My Heart, Soul Lovers, and Separation. So, angels and spirit guides, please. or Libra, and whoever it is that you're thinking about. We're going to grab a bunch of dialogue messages here to just give you guys the opportunity to speak and express how you're really feeling at this time. So as always, guys, you know, not every single message is going to relate to your situation. So I took an oath with God and you to stand by your side for eternity. I made a promise to find you in every lifetime and take your hand in eternal spiritual marriage. Our union is sacred and divine. Wow. I mean, we've already established that for some of you, you feel that this person is a twin flame, or just overall, just having a very strong soul connection with this person. And maybe you guys have lived several lifetimes, and no matter what, they're willing to find you in each lifetime. This is the next message. I know that it is our destiny to marry and have children together. We are to be united in mission to serve God's plan, to spread love and light in this world. Our combined gifts are important to this world. It's beautiful, these messages. So maybe there is a part of you, or both of you, feeling that you were destined to build a life together by way of marriage and building a family together. And then lastly, I want us to build trust and work on a foundation of friendship before we have a romantic and sexual relationship. So for some of you guys, maybe the person that you're thinking about, they feel it's really important to build that strong foundation first before perhaps moving too fast towards marriage, towards sexual relations, taking things to the next level, especially if you guys first connected as friends. You know, there are those of you perhaps that feel more comfortable just taking your time doing that in the meantime. Okay, so I also wanted to go ahead and grab some messages from my Thinking Man Oracle. This is the Volume 2 deck, focusing on the Divine Masculine. So what does the masculine want to express telepathically right now, since we are focusing on those who are more than likely not together at this time, or in separation and going through some challenges if you guys are not officially broken up. All right, masculine, what do you want to say to your feminine here? I miss your voice, your laughter, the endless hours of conversations we had about anything, about everything, about nothing in particular. Oh, how I miss you. They really do, Divine Feminine. If you didn't know this, or if you were questioning whether your masculine even thought about you at this point, they sure do. They miss you. That night we were together, I never told you that I loved you. I'm hoping you felt it in the way I kissed you, touched you, made love to you. So maybe the last time you guys were intimate, we have a masculine here who was just holding back from really expressing their feelings. Maybe they regret that now, you know, and they're really wanting to express here that they're hoping you really felt it in how those intimate moments were. Let's grab one more message from the masculine, focusing on telepathic conversations between the masculine and feminine. One more message, masculine. I'm being divinely guided back to you. Will you take me back? So Divine Feminine, those of you who are tuning in and watching for a masculine, this is what it is that they're wondering and wanting clarity on. You know, they really want to know, would you take them back? Would you be willing to give them a second chance? Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to pull from my Woman's Intuition Oracle, focusing on messages from the Divine Feminine. So remember, you guys had some sort of tower moment here. So let's see where the feminine is at. We have a masculine who wants to return, who misses the feminine, who held themselves back from really expressing how they were feeling, but perhaps knowing in their heart now that you guys were destined to be together, to get married someday. And maybe through a reconnection, they don't want to just dive right into a sexual relationship. Maybe taking the time to re-explore the foundation of the connection. All right, so from the feminine, look at this. You trigger me in ways no other man ever has. And that could certainly be the case for some of my feminines, where you feel triggered by your masculine. I'm a queen. Treat me like one, even when I'm doing your laundry. You know, so the mundane day-to-day routine of being together, sometimes the romance kind of fizzles. And my divine feminines really want the masculine to know, it's like, look, I was your queen coming into this, and I need to be your queen every single day, not just when I'm, you know, being sexy and romantic. It's like the normal day-to-day tasks, like doing laundry. The masculine still needs to love and appreciate the feminine the same way. Let's grab one more card for the divine feminine here. Telepathic conversations. Look at you. Look at this. Some of my feminines still pretty upset. The Cupid's fucking arrow missed. Okay? So take this only if it applies, especially, again, we already established that there was a tower moment that happened here for some of you. You had maybe a very painful breakup. You might still be really upset with your masculine. And maybe you've had a change of heart, divine feminine, where you feel that Cupid really missed, you know, that this masculine might ultimately not be the one for you. But maybe that's why they're triggering you at the same time. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot to clarify some of these messages here, and to see if perhaps some of the pain, some of the hurt, the distance, the separation can be healed. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use, I thought I had more tarot decks in front of me here. Okay, hold on, sorry guys. Okay, I'm going to use my modern day Seer's Tarot and Oracle Tarot with a twist. All right, so let's take a look and see. And if you're not familiar with this deck, if you're new to my channel, this is a deck I created especially for advanced beginners who would like to learn how to read tarot. It's got upright and reversed meanings, and the twist here is it includes new oracle messages as well as new court cards. All right, so let's go ahead and see, Libra, what else we need to know as far as these telepathic messages that have come through here. We've got the King of Swords, which kind of explains to me why some of my feminines are feeling this way. Because the King of Swords can be a little bit cold sometimes. Sometimes arrogant, a little bit difficult to deal with at times. You know, they tend to think very rationally, not too much in their emotions, and I feel that's what my feminines, you were missing. We have the Five of Cups coming through also, which again makes sense to me because this is about loss. This is about feeling very sad over what's happened between the two of you. Despair, grieving the end of a partnership, especially when you guys had your tower moment here. This is quite interesting, Libra. I mean, obviously you guys, you're an air sign, so we've got swords representing air here. So the king and the queen representing a perfect match, divine counterparts that went into separation, and it makes you both very sad that that actually happened here. But we've got the Page of Wands coming in with some good news and cheerful energy. This could be unexpected news for some of you. Could be a text, it could be an email, it could be your person reaching out on social media. Remember, in the 3D world, they definitely want to communicate with you. Remember, this card came forward earlier. Maybe they're feeling really overwhelmed with what to say, but they know that they have a lot to say here. This will not apply for everyone. This is one of the new court cards in this deck, the Duchess of Air, representing Divine Feminine, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. This is obviously for some of my feminines tuning in here. So for some of you guys, you dealt with a third-party situation when it came to your masculine, which is perhaps why you're saying Cupid's fucking arrow missed. You're still pissed that perhaps there was a third-party scenario that happened here. And some of you guys already had children together, or we might have had a masculine who got involved with another feminine who already had children, or who was married perhaps. The ironic thing about all this is the Duchess of Air represents a feminine who's actually faithful, but something happened here and that ended up not being the case. Boundaries were definitely crossed here. And then we have the Aura of Fire coming through. It's time to get moving. Follow your passions, goals, and dreams that light a fire under your feet and propel you forward in life. You've sat on your laurels for long enough. So many opportunities are presenting themselves to you. Pay attention and take advantage of all these amazing blessings. Take no action and miss out. It's your choice. So remember, you ended up getting the Lover's card that came through earlier, which represents that choice and the decision to move forward from the past, because the past is no longer going to help you guys. It's time to focus on the now, and it's time to focus on where you guys can ultimately end up. All right, so that's what's coming through from the telepathic communication between you and your person. So I wanted to go ahead and grab some messages focused on the physical connection, the sexual chemistry between you and your person. So I'm going to be using decks that can contain sexual content. If you're not interested in this part of the reading, feel free to fast forward. All right, so I'm going to start with my Sugar and Spice Oracle deck. Angels and spirit guides, please. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the physicality of it all. You know what? This deck is so huge that I'm just going to fan it out and choose 3. All right, so grabbing this one. We have cotton candy. My head is spinning with hunger for you. It's like a dream that keeps coming true over and over again. I'm on cloud 9 and I don't ever want to come down from this sweet fantasy. Okay? So when they think about you, Libra, I mean, they're just hungering for your touch, to be with you, certainly sexually. Okay? We have tiramisu. I can't function unless I start my day with caffeine and my daily dose of you. You know you love licking my lady fingers and exploring the many layers of our intensely deep connection. Don't be afraid to devour me, every part of me. The pleasure is all mine. So for me, this could be a feminine coming through with this message for the masculine. But, you know, it could apply to the masculine too, whoever represents the masculine energy. Somebody can't even fathom starting their day unless they have coffee first, you know, that daily dose of caffeine. All right, that could be both of you. And then we have grapes. Our love is like fine wine. It's only gotten better with time. Let's drink to forever. And I feel obviously you've encountered some challenges in this partnership, but it really can stand the test of time. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some additional messages. I'm going to pull from this deck by Angelic Revelation 144, Slow and Sexy Sensual Love Favors. Focusing on you and the person that you're thinking about, Libra, when it comes to the physical connection, the sexual chemistry, the physical attraction. I want us to talk intimately and get to know each other. That makes sense for me. Because remember earlier, you ended up getting that message. I just wanted to bring it up really quickly. Okay, remember this one. I want us to build trust and work on a foundation of friendship before we have a romantic and sexual relationship. Okay, so somebody who really wants to take their time this time around to get to know each other better. So that makes sense for me. In order to have a love relationship grow old like fine wine, as it says, you need to have a strong foundation. And maybe the tower came down to knock down the initial foundation that you guys had built because it just wasn't strong. All right, there we go. I want to slow dance with you. Let's talk dirty to each other. Okay, that could be something that you guys did before the breakup. You know, maybe you were getting text messages from your person, sexual innuendos, so maybe they want to be able to explore that with you again. Something also about slow dancing that could be very sensual. That could be something that you guys really enjoy also. And then lastly, I wanted to go ahead and grab a song or two from the Lyrics of the Heart. This is by Divine Moon Empress, the Grown and Sexy deck. So when it comes to the physical connection, what song best describes the sexual connection, the physical connection between the two of you? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. Okay. Number 23 could be significant for some of you guys. All right, so again, this can contain profanity and sexual content. Here we go. I want to fuck you slow with the lights on. You are the only one that I've got my sights on. You see, you're it. Or they're it, however way you see that. They want to be able to have those intimate moments with you and only you. And I feel you have your heart set on this person as well. Boy, look at these messages. I mean, these songs. Number 40, let me taste your sweat, force my fingers in your mouth. I want to fuck you like I hate you, baby. I want to sweat you out. Hello. There you go. And last song, number 21 here. I want to lick you up and down until you say stop. I want to play with your body, make you real hot. Can it be any steamier? I mean, honestly, with what's presenting itself through these songs. Some of you guys might even really be into these songs in particular. Okay, so pretty hot and steamy. That is what's presenting itself here when it comes to the physical connection. So let's go ahead and grab some clarifiers here with tarot. I'm going to use my Tabby Tarot Teacher here, guys. And if you hear crying in the background, that is my grandbaby. She's visiting for the weekend, so she definitely has very strong lungs. She's a cutie. Okay, why am I feeling a tickle in my throat? I have a feeling here, going back to let's talk dirty to each other, that's something that you desire. That's something that they desire. Sorry, I gotta grab some water. 1 second. Because if you've been watching my readings long enough, whenever I feel that tickle in my throat, somebody needs to talk. And if you want to talk dirty to someone, Libra, or they want to talk dirty to you, that urge is coming through pretty strong. I mean, you saw what came through from the songs. I mean, that's as hot as it gets. All right, here we go. Six of Swords. I like this, okay, because first of all, it is representing your own air energy, Libra. Calmer waters, healing, releasing past baggage. We've already determined that. You guys are going through a transition. You're leaving the past behind. This is all about overcoming the difficulties of your partnership. And I love how we've got the Death card coming through again. So Scorpio, once again for some of you, the end of a cycle. A new start. being able to perhaps start over and build a much stronger foundation, letting go of unhealthy attachments that you guys had dealt with in the past. 2 cards talking about a transition and transformation and profound change that's happening here. So in the meantime, Libra, if you need to kind of go into hermit mode with this card right here, some of you could be focused on a Virgo, take the time that you need. If you feel the need to soul search, to really think about things, to just spend time on your own, to be able to figure things out, to contemplate, do whatever it is that you need to do. Because I do feel, based off of what has come through in this reading, some of you guys aren't so willing to rush back in without really taking the time to get to know each other better on a much deeper level, perhaps. You know, I want us to talk intimately and get to know each other. And I feel that could be a slow progress for some of you, but it's also lasting progress. 8 of Wands. Okay, so this is rapid action right here. I feel once things start to move, it's going to move fast. It really will. This is very good energy with that 8 of Wands. Libra, your person, they're still so totally into you. The 8 of Wands can represent the arrows of love. So not only do they desire you big time physically, sexually, they love you. They really love you, this person. Okay, so that's what's coming through, guys, when it comes to the physical connection, the sexual chemistry. Pretty hot stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to some healing messages from your angels. So I'm going to use my healing deck here that I always tend to use for my healing messages. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. All right, what do we need to know here? Archangel Michael is here to help you on your healing journey. I like that. You've got particular signs at this time, Libra, that's grabbing your attention perhaps, or, you know, so many signs can come in the form of maybe numbers, or you might see your person's name somewhere. It could even be, for some people, it's looking up in the sky and seeing some random shape in the clouds. You know, so many different ways that a sign can come towards you. And you're going to know it's meant for you and only you, because there's no second guessing if that's a sign for you. You will know. And perhaps it is Archangel Michael who will be sending you that sign. Spiritual growth will also help you on your healing journey. Okay, so maybe this is something, a transformation that's going to be happening for you. Second half of June. Look at these cards, guys. You've got miracles that are coming in. You've got the soulmate card. Harmony restored. Okay, so no more chaos, no more tower moments. Being able to bring peace and harmony back into the situation. And this is crucial, to be able to forgive each other so that you can move on. You know, don't be carrying past baggage on your shoulders. It's not worth it. If you can actually both find forgiveness in your heart for each other, then yeah, this is a situation, a connection that can heal, and you guys can find love once again. Love it. All right, so I also wanted to grab some additional insight from the Lovers Oracle deck. And of course, there's a lot of decks coming through here for this reading today. I'll link everything down below. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. Some additional healing messages when it comes to this love connection and how it's affecting your life. Look at this. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. I could not have chosen a better card. I love that. So I'm going to leave it at that, because that to me is an indication that your angel guides are really helping you to move forward and to really heal from this experience. All right, guys. So wrapping it up, I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Whispers of Love some final advice from your angels for the second half of June. Angels and spirit guides, please. Final advice. Embrace your emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. So remember earlier, we ended up getting a message. I have so many cards here. A message from the masculine. Let me just find it really quick. Let's see. No, that's not it. Here it is. That night we were together, I never told you that I loved you. Okay, so they never opened up their heart space to you, Divine Feminine, not at that time. So perhaps this might be a specific message that the angels want to convey to the masculine here, to embrace their emotions, to open up their heart fully, and to not push those feelings down, because that is a part of the healing journey here. That's what's going to help this relationship to be better, because it improves communication. And this is the next card after that. Honesty is essential. Absolutely. Because what good is having a conversation if you can't be open and honest with the person that you love? To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. That is the advice. That is what it is that you both perhaps need to implement in your relationship heading towards the second half of the month. And possibly heading towards the rest of this year. You know, obviously there's no guarantee that you guys are going to come back into union the second half of June, but for some of you, you might actually receive some form of communication from this person, or it is you that reaches out to them and offers communication. But I absolutely love the progression of the cards, because you guys are transitioning away from past baggage, past hurt and tower moments, and transitioning to more calmer waters that can help the two of you heal to find your way back to each other. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave this one, Libra. I do hope whatever part of this made sense for you helps you at this time. And if you're interested in your own reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time.